So that'll be that for Rangers' season as a whole, as Athletic Bilbao come away 2-0 winners in the tie overall, not just tonight, to advance to the semi-finals of the Europa League. And with that, Rangers obviously out of the Scottish Cup, lost the League Cup final to Celtic, and Celtic being 1 point away from securing their league title. That will be that for Rangers' season. Obviously, the big talking point will be the picture I've got on screen at the moment. Desser's shirt being ripped right through the middle and no penalty being awarded for Rangers in this case, which still not too sure why that's been the case. Obviously, the evidence was clear there. As soon as I seen the shirt like that, I thought straight away that VAR was going to get involved and give the penalty. I will say in real time, I thought he chucked himself to the ground. Potentially, maybe the way he does chuck himself to the ground with it does go against him. However, you can see the clear evidence there. It should have been a penalty. They would have had to put it away, of course. We know that from the previous leg, penalties can be missed, of course. However, the penalty wasn't given, and there'll be questions asked as to why that was the case. Obviously, there'll be the conspiracy theorists of Mourinho's press conference before the match-up took place about Bilbao having the referees on their side. It is what it is. But in the actual game itself, I don't think Rangers deserved to go through over the course of the tie. I think it was a lot of hanging on. I think at one point when it was still 0-0 in the game today, the commentary mentioned that Bilbao had 30 plus shots on goal without scoring. And of course, they'd missed the penalty in the previous leg as well. I think the team that deserved to go through over the course of the ties did go through, which was also mentioned on commentary. But again, the big talking point is going to be that penalty. Another talking point as well, of course, will be the actual penalty that Bilbao were awarded as well. Clever striker play to get in front of him, but it is one of the soft variety to break the deadlock, it has to be said. Although the goal that Nico Williams scored in the second half, I think not only does James Tavernier switch off at the back post, but Liam Kelly potentially could be doing better. He does get a hand to it, and you could say that he should be keeping that out. But Rangers didn't really pose too much threat on the goal, apart from one, even the penalty that should have been given. I don't know if Dessers is actually getting to the ball. That shouldn't be an excuse though, because as we've seen in the Real Madrid-Arsenal game yesterday, Arsenal were awarded a penalty for a shirt pull where the player was never getting to the ball. Courtois had already caught it, so that shouldn't be an excuse for the penalty not being given, that Dessers probably wasn't going to get to it. The only other real chance that Rangers had in terms of scoring, or there was two, one at the very end of the game when it was game, set and match at that point. Raskan had an opportunity where the ball fell to him and he hit it right at the goalkeeper, and it bounces off the goalie's chest and hits the post and goes out. And Hamza Egeman had a big chance at the end as well, where even if he'd scored, there was only 30 seconds to go. I don't think Bilbao would have given possession up at that point to cause any worry or issues for themselves, but Egeman just dragged it wide. And now the question is, what happens with Rangers for the rest of the season? Do they just decide to field younger talent, give people a chance for the remainder of the season? You know, they are 13 points ahead of Hibs with 15 points left to play for, but you would find it really difficult to imagine Hibs winning every single game left and Rangers losing every single game left. So I don't think they should need to worry about that. And of course, technically 15 behind Celtic with 15 left to play for, but you would need something astronomical for Celtic to lose every game by enough goals and Rangers to win every game by enough goals to overturn the goal difference deficit that they would need, let alone Celtic not picking up a minimum of 1 point in that time. I think we all know that there's every chance that Celtic will wrap the league title up at Tannadice when the first split fixture happens. But overall, I think that Bilbao deserve to go through in the tie. A few dodgy decisions at times. The red card last week not really being one of them, in my opinion. The penalty, absolutely so last week. This penalty that they got this week, a little bit of a soft variety, and the Rangers should have had a penalty, but overall, with the way that the tie went, to have that many shots on goal and only score twice isn't really great from them. I don't know how they'll get on against the likes of a Leon, who, against a stronger Rangers side, when they had players fit and available, managed to put a lot more past them at Ibrox. So we'll wait and see how the Europa League finishes for Bilbao, and if they can get past either Manchester United or Leon, and if they can get past either Lazio, Bodo Glimt, or I'm thinking Spurs went through. I'm not too sure. They were 1-0 up by the time I was checking. I'll see after this, of course. But that's going to do it for that. Let me know what you think. If you're furious about the penalty not being awarded, if you're a Rangers fan, and if you think that it would have panned out in a Rangers victory anyway. Thanks for all the new viewers and subscribers as always, and check out the other content on the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.